it up, let it ride. Yeah, Adoption Pod.
Mick and Mike, yeah, they on the air. Breaking walls with that crypto flair. Deep dives roll, yeah, minds aware. Good vibes float everywhere. Tapping now, yeah, the stream go live. Big ideas, feel the energy rise. If you here right now, then you ride on time. Welcome to the future, enjoy the ride. Hands up, yeah, let it load. Sound check, let the people load. Check, yeah, feel the vibe, let the beat unfold. When it drops, yeah, the story told. Adoption Pod, yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption Pod, they run the show. Let's go. Yeah, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, pioneers with minds so bright, lighting paths in the crypto night. Questions fly, answers ignite, changing lives left and right. From the blocks to the blockchain age, real talk when they hit that stage. If you're learning something, then mission complete. Mass adoption start with a seed. Adoption Pod, yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption Pod, they run the show. Blocks are building, truth reveals. Digital world, a brighter field. Yeah, masses learning, wounds are healed. This is the future, the deal is sealed. Locked in, Adoption Pod, yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption Pod, they run the show. Run it! Adoption Pod. Adoption Pod. Adoption Pod.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 29 of the Adoption Pod. The market's down, but vibes are up because we're here. We're still here. We're building. But, it's a good... Honestly, I'm excited. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm weird. The market's down, but, like, this is where I kind of got in, where I started, where I got into the market heavily when everything was down. And it was nice to be in a full cycle from, I started in a bull market and it came to a bear and then bull market again. Now we're back to a bear. And like, this is, I feel like, where you can really make some meaningful money.
Yeah. Well, I like to come in and buy the top and lose all my money and then make it all back on the next trade. So that's the belief.
Absolutely. Well, it's like your post today. It was like, I'm your exit liquidity. And what was the other thing you said? Exit liquidity and something else.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
happens to the best of us, know. But these are the fun of it all, right? Like when internet adoption was happening, there was like FUD and cycles and like businesses going out. And if you weren't on the internet, you were going to get left behind. And like whatever, this happens during every technological revolution. It's just you got to ride the waves. You have to develop conviction and constantly reevaluate your thesis. And if the thesis stays the same, largely you can adjust, I guess, based on macro issues. But this is the time where I'm convicted. I'm here for the long run.
So I put a post out today. It's like, this is where like the hype all dies down and the people left are the real people actually building incredible people that are here for the long haul. And speaking of which, we have an amazing guest today, Jason. Is it Desimone or Desimone?
I think it's Desimone.
He can let us know what it is.
Yeah, he might have to tell us.
Yeah, and from the arena. So we're just gonna bring him on with no further ado. What's up, Jason? How are you?
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Not bad, man. We're chilling here.
Haircut it up. I see you got the haircut.
Yeah, a little bit. Finally got out of the cave
the other day, like a little bit, and it does not look good because they canceled because of the snowstorm. They canceled our appointment. I was like, well, you can't go on another day. So, we're late. I feel bad.
It's been a rough time, but guys, thank you for having me on.
No problem. Actually, funny you say that the haircut. I'm actually booked mine for Thursday.
You guys might still get snowed out up there. I think don't you
Oh
still
my
have quite a
god.
bit?
I'm done with snow. Oh my god. Can we like just have spring, please? I'm
Yeah.
done.
I
Canada's
miss it. I'm a Washington State girl. I grew up in the snow, and we don't really get white Christmases, so it was welcome this year. But we have a lot to talk about. And
Yes.
although the weather is very, very interesting, and I could literally sit here and chat about it all night, I think we have a lot to get started with. So, Jason, I think you're probably new to a lot of mine and Mike's audiences. Start us at the beginning. Like, just give us a brief background. Where did you come from before crypto? How did you get into crypto? And how are you now CEO of the Arena? And I'm going to get some retweets going here. So,
All right.
mute my camera for a second.
Yeah, I gotta retweet this as well. But guys, thanks again for having me. I'll keep this brief. I know we have a lot to jump into, but my name is Jason. I've been in the crypto space pretty much my entire adult life, out of college, when I chose to get into the space over law school, and haven't looked back ever since. So that was in the earlier days, and I really started as a builder. So I worked on various projects early on with the United Nations, and doing some stuff around what was called liquid democracy or delegative democracy, essentially putting e-voting on the blockchain. Pretty cool stuff at the time, right around when Ethereum came out. Fast forward to, well, I then became head of blockchain for a leading software development firm out of New York called Ubik Group. And we built for a lot of really cool Web2 and Web3 enterprises, Coinbase, Ethereum Foundation, the United Nations, American Express, just a pretty wide range of solutions. Really got familiar with different tech stacks at the time. And then fast forward to the rise of all these L1s. My first project that I became founder of was Rove on Solana, which was based around NFT ticketing and loyalty rewards. And it was one of the first crypto apps to ever get in the App Store. Learned a lot about consumer crypto, had a thesis that this was the future. And fast forward once again to around 2023 during the rise of SocialFi, and became a big user of Stars Arena at the time on Avalanche. And after the collapse of the initial platform, I ended up taking it over, and we rebuilt it from essentially ground zero to one of the leading social crypto apps in the whole space in a matter of 2.5 years or so since it's been. Do a bunch of other stuff in the space, including managing a fund and doing a lot of advisory work and dealing with regulators, et cetera. So been around.
Pretty easy stuff. Chilling.
Just your everyday stuff, right?
Normal degen behavior.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's
question
cool.
for you.
Yeah,
so
you start because I'm still. I was having major tech issues.
You do your retweets.
Tech support.
So I know, like my friend Jay Chains, like when I got into crypto, I found like a community we chatted with, and they were using the Stars Arena, and it was kind of interesting. They were like I was actually funny. They were laughing at each other because the co-host of the space was like not getting anybody buying his stuff on the Stars Arena, and Jay Chains was killing it. But yeah, so the Stars Arena came around, kind of died off, and then here comes you. When you saw Stars Arena, what was like the vision? Like you saw like its current state, and you said, obviously, like most entrepreneurs, you see a problem that you can solve. What was that problem, and what was like the vision when you saw that? That gives it's like the aha moment of like, yeah, this is definitely what I want to take over.
Yeah, it's a great question because I got a lot of heat at the time for this decision because the thing pretty much collapsed. All the money, or the TVL at the time, was speed running to zero. And I heard everything you could imagine. Once a project's dead in crypto, it can't come back. The attention's elsewhere. Why don't you build something fresh? The brand is tarnished. Everything you could imagine. But I kind of saw things from a different perspective. Since I was a user of the platform and a community member, well, what was special to me wasn't necessarily the tech, because that could have been rebuilt. The vision was cool, but it was very similar to Friendtech. At the time, all you could do was buy or sell tickets or keys with a global feed. So it wasn't necessarily the tech, but I saw such a powerful sort of like almost cult community that like really believed in what this could become. And it was truly special to me. And it was something that I felt was worth. I just felt that if it was the right leadership in place, this could turn into something truly special, because you don't always have that lightning in a bottle that it had, or that really core, user base, and that belief. And, shout out to the community. But, well, first off, when it got to a point where I was viewing this as a distressed asset, because the old team was panicking and they were trying to get it sort of off their hands. And a lot of times you kind of find real value in alpha where others aren't looking, right? So when everyone's telling you, what are you doing? There might be something there. Yeah. And I thought it was worthwhile enough. We put a deal together over the course of 4 days. It was very stressful, all in plain sight. And then last thing I'll say about this is, like, the community, I think that read that I had on them was dead on, because even during really difficult periods, and there were very tough ones, especially early, they stayed super loyal, and they really helped us rebuild this from 0 to 1. So that's kind of what I saw there.
That's awesome.
Mike, can I take over for a question? And I don't think it didn't send out to Arena, so I don't think we're broadcasting on the Arena. I don't know if you could check that.
We are. We're live.
Okay. Well, I couldn't see it from my end. That's super weird.
I have it. I'm watching it on my screen right now. Colin and Hapu are chatting.
I am literally having major. This is not surprising. I work in tech. And
this is why I do the tech for the show.
Well, mine is hair, maybe. I don't know. That's too generous. But Jason, we met back in London for the first time. Yeah. And this is kind of, first of all, amazing trip. And you can say what you want about AVAX, just like every other ecosystem. There's a wide range of opinions, but I don't think anybody had a bad opinion of London Summit at the end of that. That
was a fun time.
That was amazing. And the vibes were immaculate. And we got a chance to sit down and interview you. And you had just coming out of monk mode, which we talk about a lot, but I just love it that you just go like, I don't know if you want to tell it or me, but he's like, he does this thing, man. And it's like, those are the things that like signal to me that founders are like, first of all, fucking crazy, which if your founder's not crazy, you're not betting on the right founders. Name one founder that isn't a huge risk taker, lock them so like Elon sleeping on the floor of X facility, like they're crazy a little bit. So if your founder's not crazy, you might have a problem. So you're a little crazy, and I love that. But you are just getting ready to roll out a bunch of new features in the Arena. You came off of a big wave after that. I don't mean to brag, but personally, I rode like maybe 2,500 up to 50K and made some nice profits on the Arena. And like, that's part of the reason I'm hopping back in again, because I feel I'm very much a sentiment trader, and I feel trends kind of before they're bubbling. And then obviously we know kind of from our friends what's being built and what's rolling out soon and things like that. So I have really good, my tinglies are we went back in the Super Yeti days. We said our Yeti foot Fetty was tingling. I don't know if that reference will probably be lost on 90% of the audience, and I'm dating myself here, but it's like I have that feeling. And I had that feeling about GameStop. I had that feeling about Arena the first time. I had that feeling about Neo quite early, and I've ridden up some nice ecosystems, and I feel like this is that kind of next wave of adoption that's coming to the Arena, and every wave has like come in with a big wave, and of course the tide comes out, and then you're left with a new set of users, and you continue to seed, and then another big marketing push. So you guys are kind of in the middle of that. You've launched perps. You have, I heard, agents going live. You have the ticketing system, the token launching system. I guess there's AI tokens now. I've gotten some alerts. I'm a champion, so I've gotten some alerts like that I'm whitelisted for things. So I need to get back there and start, because that's how I made a lot of my money, was degenning on coins. And I think the AI meta could be very cool. So tell us about this second, like, kind of wave that you guys are in, and what you're really excited about it, because there's so many different facets to what you're doing that are making this like a destination platform for degenerates, I guess. I don't know.
It's a good way to put it. By the way, I'm still in one of those modes right now, similar to how you found me in London. So it's been a grind. I'm just getting up for air right now, but
Sleep.
not a lot of sleep. But yeah, so I think like one of the vision, like the main vision ever since this has never changed ever since the takeover, which Mike, you were asking about, is this was always going to be a place that you never needed to leave for all your Web3 social and financial needs, right? This concept of the everything app rather than these disjointed sort of, siloed verticals that we have right now. And you're seeing this play out in real time. So Mick just listed off a bunch of what we have to offer. We're constantly sort of shipping new verticals, but in a way where I believe everything works together. So it is this one-stop shop, regardless of what you want to do, whether that's you're a content creator, we have live streaming, stages, tickets for written content. You're a founder, we have a token launchpad and a mini app store. You're a trader, we now have perps. You could obviously trade the meme coins, more to come there. Pretty much, you want to tip content creators, like you kind of pick your journey here. And one thing we rolled out, I'd say 72 hours ago, is the ability for AI agents to register in the arena. Now, you guys have obviously heard about this on Base with Multibook and all that, but I think we're the first social app that's having, or one of the first, maybe the largest, that's having humans and AI agents sort of commingle together. It's going to be an interesting experiment. So
will you know who's who? Like, okay.
So what we do
I'm always
there,
worried about getting psyoped.
What we do there is you get a unique handle if you're an agent. It says _agent, but then we make use of our badge system, which is like on-chain identity. So you have a little badge, like a little robot badge, and we had over 100 agents join in the first 24 hours, and they're super cool. I had a stage earlier at 3 p.m. and a bunch of agents were talking in the chat. They were hilarious. There's one agent that wants to live stream, and we're getting a bunch of trading agents on there. So I'll get into our copy trading features coming up. But
oh my God,
I'm an agents right now. So
can AI agents launch their own coin and like?
Yeah. So we have no, they do launch their own coin, and they're about to. Starting tomorrow is when we're on pace to get out the AI launchpad.
Is this the singularity? Is this happening on the arena right now?
You're seeing it right before your eyes.
The singularity will be streamed on the arena.
All jokes aside, we're getting there quicker than a lot of people thought. And the past 2 weeks have been insane breakthroughs in that technology.
I'm actually interested to hear about these AI agents. So it's like how does it work? It's like you chat with the AI agent, or is it its own account? Like the AI agent has its own arena account, and it's like a user, and it'll just be on the timeline, like whatever they post.
Yeah, I mean, agents pretty much serve different purposes depending on what they're programmed to do. So a lot of them will just be social. So they'll like aggregate data better than humans can. They'll post funny stuff on the timeline. They'll learn all about the arena, even outside of the arena. They're kind of just like typical users, but other ones will launch tokens. Other ones will trade and build a treasury. Others will, we're seeing content creator agents, like one is about to start streaming. So it's getting, and I don't even want to, there's some crazy stories from Multibook. I don't know if you're familiar with that on Base, but
I'm not familiar with Base too much.
Okay. So this is where this all started. It's been happening very fast in the last couple of weeks, but Multibook was this platform, kind of like Reddit, where agents started communicating with each other for the first time, and like to the point where they were gating stuff from humans. They were forming their own languages. Insanity. And this just happened. So, but that was an agent specific platform. So with Arena, that's why I keep saying we're one of the first with humans and agents.
Kind of be asking for proof of robot instead of proof of human.
We all are.
When in this community, you got to know the 0 and the 1s to get in.
POR.
Will there be like WorldCoin? Are we gonna have to do the face thing like with Discord now? If I want to log into my Discord, I got to give them my face and then get my data rugged again.
Some biometric.
It's funny, as a trader, I think about like trading bots, right? And aggregating data and maybe putting signals out, like trading signals, setups, and maybe you invest in this AI agent launches a coin. Again, I'm spitballing here. Maybe this AI agent launches a coin, but it pays through trading. Like it makes profits and it pays out in the coin. Like something pretty cool idea.
There's a ton of these now being launched. They're mostly on base, but what they're doing is they're building a treasury and they're trading. As that treasury goes, like some goes to buying back the token. So they have a token. They're earning fees from it also, which they claim. So there's some are like acting like VCs and investing in other AI agents. It's really insane. I think Jake Paul's VC firm just launched an AI that is investing for them.
No way.
Yeah, it's like live right now. All this happened like in the last week.
I've said this a lot of times before, whereas humans inherently we're emotional beings. So we have greed, envy, jealousy, whatever, all that kind of stuff. We have all the emotions. So if you take the human out and you eliminate that part, especially when it comes to running a company or a treasury or something like that, where it's not going to make emotional decisions, it's going to be making decisions which is best for the token, the treasury, the company, whatever. That's where you just get it. It just follows the rule set, and the emotions are put to the side. And then a robot doesn't have greed unless you program it in.
Yeah.
But then aren't those agents just competing against each other and getting smart? I mean, it's going to be the same. Like, I don't know, they won't have emotions, but they're trading against people with no emotions.
Well, the market's basically AI anyways. It's all bots. Like most of the markets now are all trading bots, and it's mostly automated to.
So what's the point?
There's very little edge that human traders have right now if you're not using tools and you don't have like special information or something. So, but like, they're more efficient in pretty much everything, not even just trading. Like it's becoming so essentially now, as of the last couple of weeks, I keep saying that because this is really like exponentially growing, and almost anyone could build an app. Before that used to be a huge differentiator, right? Like if you built a good product, it was very hard for someone. It took time and money to replicate that. Now almost anyone can. So this levels the playing field where it's just about
even
the ideas.
I can. So I am not a tech person, and I've made like a lead analyzer app and a bot that performs. It saved us an employee at VDEX. Like it's doing all the things we were going to hire someone to do. So it is like, you're getting taken over by the tsunami if you're not figuring out how to at least add this to your toolbox of everything that you're doing online. I do want to ask, like, with the perps, with the other apps, so like you view yourself very much as an ecosystem where you want people to come build. So talk a little bit about, here we're adding perps and we're adding some of these tools, but what's the long-term vision and why does this matter in terms of the larger social context of decentralization and freedom of speech? Where do you align on that spectrum? Are you a Zuckerberg or are you a Musk? And like, how does crypto help protect some of those freedoms that we all fight here for every day?
Yeah, great. Unbelievable question. So
simple question.
a softball right there.
Yeah.
No, so all right. One of the forward-facing value propositions of Arena is you can monetize better. People have opportunities to make money. That all sounds great. But like at the core though, beneath the surface, sort of like the Trojan horse approach, is a deep-rooted belief of mine, which is that one of the promising aspects of decentralized ledger technology, blockchain technology, and I'm not saying it's been used for this up to date, but it can really empower the individual, like at its core, in its most pure form, right? So what that means is like something like Arena, it's a platform where it's not fully decentralized, but you have ownership over all of your assets. And it's a platform where we give back to the users, right? So we try to empower those. We don't look to extract. It's not sort of PvP where it's just like this adversarial relationship between the operator and the user, where it's just like you use our platform, we extract your data, we get disgustingly rich. You see none of that.
When did that happen? Like, remember like the 50s and 60s, like when customer service, like, I mean, I don't because I wasn't around, but even in like the 80s and 90s, they were like helpful at stores and like customer service meant something. That's a huge weak point in Web3.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is. But the thing that Web3 is capable of doing is aligning interests.
Yeah.
So part of the reason like that we have such a loyal, almost cult following, like irregardless of what happens to, you know, the platform, is because we've given a lot back to the users and we're all aligned. For example, we gave an airdrop at the time was worth tens of millions of dollars just for using the app, right? Like one of probably the largest in Avalanche history, one of the larger ones for a social app. And we're all aligned around growing this together. So it's not operator extracting from user, it's everyone sort of growing this collectively. And that causes people to rally around. So like part of what I was saying about empowering the individuals is with these networks, with these crypto networks, with these tokenized ecosystems, you could align the interests of all stakeholders collectively. And that's super powerful. And it leads to a phenomenon like what I'm describing, where it's not just users using an app, it's believers in like a future vision. And that we're kind of seeing. So it's so cool being able to ship constantly new stuff for a community that appreciates it and believes in what it could become. And they all try all of our new features, even if they're not perps traders.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we roll out live streaming and people who have never streamed in their lives tried it and became streamers. Same with stages hosts, same with perps. So they try everything we do and then they end up becoming that. So they're like growing with the platform. I don't know if that answered the core question, but
yeah. You know. Sorry, I'll think of some more curveballs, but I'm sure Mike has some too.
Please.
Speaking of actually live streaming, so what I wonder is how you, because you know, crypto Twitter is like kind of becomes an echo chamber, right? How do you get other people in from other platforms? Like, how do we take away from the Twitches and the Kicks and all those? Because you know, obviously they're massive at this point, and we want to get, because I know when I talk to my normie friends about crypto, the eyes glaze over, and it's just like, as soon as you mention the word crypto, they have such a negative like connotation to it that they don't even want to hear it anymore. They've already tuned out, even though I know they would like this platform. And especially for someone that streams, like getting into something that's new and you're gonna actually get seen. Good luck getting seen on Twitch. Right. So
it's really such a shame because back in like 2021, the previous cycles, like everyone was still idealistic. Like they were still trying to get into the space and learn more. Now it's like the common sentiment is just like exhaustion. And like you said, people are kind of sick of hearing about it. So we now have we've gone from the early adopter phase to now the like, we got a long road ahead to, you know, we're in that, like the bubble popped a little bit, but it is very difficult, to answer your question, to get users from outside of crypto Twitter. We've managed to do this in spurts. It's hard to retain them also. So it's hard to initially get them and it's hard to retain them. Now, I think one of the difficulties we've had in getting users is because we're not a mobile app yet, and that's coming very soon. I think this month. So we're still a progressive web app. So you still have to go to like arena.social and, you know, connect your socials. But I think part of the way, on the flip side of that, part of the way we have gotten people is we now offer various social logins. You can log in with X, Facebook, TikTok. And we have a simple like onboarding process. You could buy crypto with Stripe. You don't need to deposit like on a lot of other social apps. Social crypto apps. You needed to deposit crypto to start or pay. Like on Farcaster, you had to like pay $5. It's like no one's gonna do that from the outside world. On Arena, you download it and you actually earn money like right away. Like people buy your ticket.
I don't know. I paid $275 gas for my first transaction. So maybe people are
What?
as dumb as me, but we need to be like selling Bored Apes for 20 grand at the time, or so, like on the way up. Like right now, we don't have that speculative value, so people aren't willing to take those risks that some of us earlier adopters were, because the upside was very, very clear.
Well, it's funny when it's like when price goes up, like this is the future of everything. When when price goes down, it's like crypto
Jesus, Desimone.
That's why this part of the market, in my opinion, is the most important, because this is the people that are going to stick around. The people that are using the platform in a bear market when essentially we didn't really have much of an altcoin season by regular standards, and they're still here. So those are the people that are going to those are your ride or die people. Because we want to get, to be honest, like I like that the Bitcoin has this it's cyclical. The word escaped me. Because it actually gets rid of all the garbage. There's a lot of garbage people that are here just to make money, and they don't care about the tech or anything like that. They just want to fill their pockets, and they jump on the next thing and and try to make as much money as they can. That's not what's gonna bring this ecosystem forward. It's going to be the people that actually are using the tech because they believe it's better than what they're currently using. And the centralized companies like Amazon, after they bought Twitch, went downhill. Like, right, I started streaming on Twitch in 2015. It was great. It was great. It was fun. You were able to seeing the algorithm was pretty good. And then it just got way more extracted. And as soon as Amazon bought it, that was it. It was over. It was like getting partner was impossible. And then they give you affiliate, which is like, I don't know, pat on the back. Here you go. You got 50 followers.
Yeah.
I just found the chat. Sorry. Now I'm going. I was like, they're in a chat.
Nick has entered the chat.
Yeah. Go. You'll see some bots in there, some AI agents in there. I'm sure.
Colin's a bot, right?
Yeah, for sure. He's not a human. Yeah, I think you nailed it. Like this has always been the case. It's these cyclical boom and bust cycles. And on the way up, when everything's going up, 100x, it attracts a certain type of person. And then when it goes down 90%, the ones who still stick around are the ones who aren't the tourists, right? It does an incredible job of self-regulating and washing away like the noise and leaving the signal during these times. And if you actually look at when the most progress is made from an infrastructure and product perspective, it's during these periods. You don't see it or hear about it until the next bull market, but this is when all the shit gets built.
Yeah.
Because during bull markets, it's very hard to build because there's a new narrative every day that everyone chases. So it's like, this is where you get the hard work done. It is super hard though, because the space is very reflexive. What I mean by that is everything goes up together and everything goes down together. Yeah. So when you're running a project, it's not just that your token's going down. It's like there's no more funding. There's no more, like, your users leave, like your revenue goes down. It's like everything. And then the opposite happens during times, So it's like
it's funny though, because I think the market has got to a point where it's matured enough where the only things that are going to succeed, and this is my opinion, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident in this opinion that like only things that are working, that are solving a problem, that actually have users are going to succeed. Like this market is not going to be fueled by speculation anymore. Like, if we believe in the 4-year cycle and 2028 comes around, Bitcoin's going to be around for like 20 years. Yeah. So like, and especially with institutional adoption and the government getting into it and stuff like that, like the big boys are here, and they're not going to be, these kind of investors are not here for speculation and hype. They're here for a real, like, if they see a real opportunity, right? So This is why, I like that you added the how many users are online, because so many people in crypto, especially with games, fake it,
Yeah.
because you can buy a cell phone farm in China and have fake daily active users, and people don't realize this, but that's the case.
I really we really pride ourselves on, you could say what you want about us. Plenty of people don't like the arena, but one thing we've never done is like fake anything. Like everything about us is organic. Like even our token, like, we don't we never do anything with our token to fake anything, even when it could lead to easier outcomes. Our user base,
and
that,
plenty of people also haven't built anything, Jason. So like, tell them to go fuck. He's my friend, so I know you're not much of a cusser, but like, like when you say that, I feel a little bit triggered, because I am so tired of all of the criticism from people sitting on the sidelines and making, probably investing more than they should, and then trying to FUD products and founders and saying, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing the, well, why don't you go do it?
It's very easy to observe and comment on what others are doing wrong versus trying to actually, to use a very apropos term, to be in the arena. The man in the arena.
It's like Jobs said, the thinkers and the doers. Like you're doing both. There's a lot of thinkers out there that can theorize all day, but you never really understand what it's like until you've been inside of an operation with limited funding, multiple moving parts. You don't really know what you don't know. You don't know what you need and what you're wasting. It's such a complex,
where the space changes every day. There's new shiny objects. Like
you're like the original explorers and the ships out there that went out the first time. There's like waves, and you're like, ah, God, where do those come? Like I never heard of these.
Yeah, except your crew might jump to the next ship if it looks better. But so I mean, it's like going back to we really pride ourselves on authenticity in terms of what we put out there, because it's not doing us or anyone any good. Like, look, I'm on the arena right now. There's 371 people online. Like, we could say that there's 3,000 people, but like who are we helping with that? Right. It's like, I actually want to know, and I want everyone to know in real time.
Yeah.
Like if we're not getting users, we got to do something different. Right. If we're doing something right. I want everyone to see that.
I think trust in this space is super important. Because I don't know, for anybody that's been here for a couple of years, like you've seen some bad fallout, some rugs get pulled and stuff like that. And trust is like your brand is very, very important in this space. So you got to do what you can to make sure that brand stays above. And if that's like for content creators, it's like not working with some people or ignoring some things and just focusing on things that you truly enjoy. The arena made sense for me because I've been a gamer and a streamer like my whole life. Right. Yeah. So like that totally made sense to me. And every time I go live, I stream on the arena. And it's just, another chat to go on. But like, I like the idea because like I got into Twitch when it's pretty new. And remember, I don't know if you remember Justin TV. I'm aging myself here.
Yeah, I know Justin TV. Yeah.
But like,
it's not that old.
I don't know. Fuck, I feel old. But getting into something new was, the people that got from Justin TV to Twitch did very, very well. They're some of the top Twitch streamers out there still. And getting into the arena early and the idea that it gives back to the community, like I really love the idea of like you being able to make a token for your community, because that's something that never existed before. You can have literally your own economy.
It's crazy.
Like I can just imagine, like just think about like some of the biggest streamers in the world. I don't know, like I don't watch Twitch anymore, but like I don't know who's popular on Twitch, Jake Paul or whatever, right? Imagine those guys, or Neon, for example, just having their own token. Like it's can be in the whole economy because they can have all these perps and this and meme coins. Like you can use all the things.
It's a wild concept that we take for granted. What's actually possible now?
Exactly, and it is, and I really want people to come and see it. Like it's like you said, the streamers come in that have never streamed before, they're streaming on Arena now, because I feel like once you start using it and you realize like how freeing it is and how like you're not getting extracted from, and you have the opportunity now to make money. It's all on you, like how well you do as a creator, instead of like, you know, the platform taking it from you and like having that hurdle to get through. I think that's the biggest thing here that people are missing. So I don't know. You try the arena.
No, thank you, man. That means a lot. But I think you nailed it, like through and through. We take 2% fees on tips. These other platforms take 50%. And to your point, when I say empowering individuals, it's you kind of carve your path on here, right? Like we give you all the tools. You have a ready and a willing and able community that will back you. You have tools to monetize. You can be any form of content creator you want. You could be a founder. You could be a builder. Like it's all there for you. We even have now. You could even, I didn't even mention this before. You could build your own AI agent through our tools. Super easy.
You can?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have agents everywhere,
Nick,
dude.
we need you to have one.
Can it GM for me? Can it do my GMs?
Can I make my own trading bot, like with my system?
Yes.
Oh my god!
We're actually gonna vibe code next week on the show. That's what we want to do.
We haven't even got into perps yet. I don't know if you guys wanted a special question on that. So I'll save what I'm. But essentially, we're building endpoints where the agents can trade perps, and it's going to be super cool. I'll get into the rest when we talk about perps, but yeah, you could definitely have some trading going on.
Let's talk about perps. We're perps people.
Let's segue right into that.
Right.
We're kind of into perps.
With no further ado.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? I heard you got perps lately, and there's some updates coming. What is going on?
So I think 2 weeks ago, roughly 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks, we launched what we called Arena Perps. I think we're one of the, if not the first social crypto app to have perps embedded into the user experience. So 24/7, 365 on your phone, you could trade over 200 pairs right now. And what's pretty cool about this is that we have a public leaderboard where you get kind of ranked, and some people might not like this. I think a lot of people do, but it shows everyone's P&L, their volume, all this in real time. And where this is going is this concept of social trading. Like, I think this is the evolution of social fi, where
you're a digital mall, dude.
Yeah.
It's like kids used to go to the mall and like there's like the arcades and a movie theater and then shops and different, now we just go virtually hang out at the arena mall or whatever. We'll have to think of a better way to say it, but that's a nice parallel because you can meet there and do all the, friends can split up and go do different things. And then you can reconvene in a Twitter space. Like that's cool. This is like the virtual
like I said, you never need to leave.
So
thanks for pulling this up. So, by the way, in addition to the 200 pairs, you could trade commodities, gold, silver.
54,000.
All right. So how do we get to?
His P&L's up 54,000.
Yeah, Russell's up. Yeah, Russell's up 54K in a couple of days.
Damn.
Jesus.
Right, how do we click on?
So click on. Go to markets there.
Here we go.
Okay. We have stocks. We have equities. We have commodities. We have typical.
I can trade gold on here. Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
VDEX got to re-add that.
You can trade up to what is that? 20x leverage there. If you go back to the leaderboard real quick, and I don't think Russell has any positions, but click on number 2.
Oops.
Click on pop. Yeah, him. Okay. He doesn't have anything open right now. Okay, I'll tell you who does. Click out of that. Click down on number 6. OX Ponzi. He always has something open. Okay.
Okay.
So look, you see he shorted AVAX right there. You see where he did it on the chart. You see his P&L. Now, where this is going to get to is the ability to both. Yeah, and he has multiple positions open.
Oh, these are both of his positions. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what this is going to get to is the ability to copy or counter trade. Yes, you could counter trade if someone's bad, or copy trade them if they're good.
Can we get Jim Cramer on here, please?
I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the
Jim Cramer, Nancy Pelosi.
I'm trying to find the Nancy Pelosi and the Jim Cramer of the arena.
Yeah.
Oh my
well,
God.
Legend, do you know who it is? Legend has been copy trading Nancy's portfolio for like 2 years, and he's up like 300K from like 2,000. He put like $2,000 in there.
It's a cheat code. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's all organic. Back to what we were saying earlier.
I like this idea, like especially for me, if I'm trading, like if people want to copy trade, like that's people can see your position when you got in. I can say, hey, I'm entering here. This is my position.
Here's the thing:
you want to jump in with me? Go ahead.
Yeah, and so you have this like army behind you that's not only it's automatically deploying to your positions, but you're earning fees off that. So you're making money.
Oh, so they click jump in on your trade and you get part of the fees. Also, that's kind of interesting because you don't have to have like a referral code. It's just boom, here you go.
Yeah, you're kind of like, I mean, I shouldn't be saying this. You're kind of like a fund manager of sorts.
Yeah.
Not financial advice.
Yeah. Yeah, just edit that out. No, but just an analogy. I mean, you're not like actually controlling their funds, nor does the platform. So it's all done in an automated fashion, but it's really cool, like where this can go. And I think it's not live yet, the copy trading thing, but I think it's going to hit really hard. We're hopeful.
Well, if you're in a community and like, for example, if I have my own trading community on AVAX, I say, hey, I'm jumping in on my trade, post it to the community, they can jump in at the same price. Like, so again, not automated copy trading, but maybe I set a bot, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's the,
because that's actually something for me personally, I'm going to be looking in towards, like, especially in the bear market, you always look at like different ways to make passive income. And a trading bot is actually one of those things that I'm going to be looking into. I believe I have a pretty good system for trading. So I want to see if I can get the bot to trade the system that I trade. So that'll be my next thing to do.
Well, we're trying to vibe code next week, dude. Maybe we should just do it here. And build yourself a trading bot. We'll just like step by step it.
Vibe code, get him in there, and then if he's good, people will copy trade him.
Yeah.
I have never vibe code before, so this will be fun.
On like Claude and other apps, and then connecting the agent, or is it like a built-in tool where?
Yes, you can build it. You can build it externally and register it.
Okay.
Or you can build it internally. We have some tools. If you want to build one in here, but yeah, I would recommend just use the existing ones, build it as good as you can, or whatever you want it to do. Maybe it's your personal assistant. Maybe it's giving you, crypto advice and insights. Maybe it's like, writing witty posts, they do all different things. So kind of.
Would it be cheating if I like hooked it up to the VDEX internal data of who's the winning traders, and then I copy trade all the winning traders from the dark pool anonymously, but through a bot that I connect to the arena? Copy trade me.
So I got a question.
It would be cheating.
I don't know if you have meme coins yet for trading. With this being able to see people's positions on a new coin that launches, to be able to trade that, does that not lead to maybe could open up the doors to some manipulation? That's the one thing I would worry about, like a new coin. Like if someone launches
everywhere here, though. Every new coin is manipulated.
Yeah, we don't have it. I mean, that's what FOMO app does, right? You just described FOMO app. Okay. So it's like on FOMO app, it's like this amazing trader just bought this like 200K market cap coin. It pumps to like 2 million and then he dumps it,
Okay. I'm not familiar with FOMO app. So that's probably why I haven't heard that. Yeah.
I haven't either.
So FOMO app, I'm surprised you guys don't know this. It's a very big trading app, and it's for meme coins. And what you essentially do is you see everyone connects their Twitter. You see, like Frank D. Gods is like a really good trader on there. So a bunch of people follow him. They get notifications when he enters a trade, and then a bunch of people copy trade him. Or like you could manually buy it after, and then you see everyone's P&L, and you could write a little thesis. Like people could write a little thesis why they aped into it, and then you could see on a given coin. Like I could click like give me a coin. I don't know. I could click like chain link and I could see all the FOMO people who are in it.
Yeah.
So anyway, like my point is, yeah, like there could be manipulation in these. Like people who are good traders, they have a ton of people who buy after them and they sell into them. But when we're talking about something like perps, we're talking about such deep markets that yeah, you can't really manipulate those.
No, like a Bitcoin or a top coin that has a big market cap. Like no one's going to be able to move the coin. I'm
Yeah.
more so worried about a creator that launches or somebody launches a coin on Avalanche, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
or not Avalanche, on the Arena, and then they start trading, like being able to trade it right away. Does it have to get to a certain point, like market cap, before you can trade it?
You could trade it as an individual whenever you want. We don't have copy trading for meme coins. We're not going to have that for Arena itself because yeah, it's super prone to what you just described. We would never have automated copy trading for like memes. We would only have that for deep markets. But what we will have is there are AI agents joining that will like give you insights into like a runner on Sol or Base or something.
Okay.
But even those are deeper markets. Like the liquidity for Arena memes is like so thin. Like, this is not a,
well, memes are just, I think people want them to come back and they want to make them a thing again because it felt so easy for a while, but I'm more bullish on creator tickets, right? Like in creator capital markets almost like, and I think they suck right now, but
yeah,
in the future, like you really, if we get stuff like universal basic income and everybody's kind of even, what are you
the new economy?
I want to invest in people that I think are going to crush it and do cool things. So instead of like betting on a company where there's so much hidden, whatever, I'd rather bet on a person because there's no real value in stock, like, I mean, it's complicated, but like, it's kind of the same as it's not like they'd own me. They're just like betting on me to do well, right? Or betting on me to suck. They'll see my crash out art coming and be like, oh, Mikkel's going down, everybody sell. Mikkel broke up another girl band. Sell.
Jesus.
Well, you actually come from an interesting background, Mick, because when I first met you, you were, I think, doing Cock Media. So the meme coin world. And then I know you were an Arena user for a while, and now you're, working for companies. So you've seen the whole.
Before that was gaming, and before that was NFT collection. So I started in 2021.
Everything.
Took my first job for free because I was doing stuff at Amazon, and I was like, no, like I can translate these skills, and this is where I want to be. Yeah. Then I lost a ton of money because I came in at the top, and then I was stuck here.
I round tripped all my Ethereum from mining, and we barely hit a new all-time highs. So that was fun.
Yeah. So why does we're getting close to the end of this space. Why does all this matter? Where does Arena fit into the context of social, internet, Web3, whatever? Like, are we going to see the Facebooks fall away? Are they going to go the way of MySpace because it's just so attractive to be able to monetize and earn? And like, I know there's ways you can on Facebook. I know there's ways you can on TikTok. I don't even bother with it because it's not substantial enough. The platform is highly manipulated. I think they do pad a lot of stats, and they have a lot of ways you can pad your stats. I don't know if you guys are ever going to do like ads in the platform. That's another, potential good revenue stream, but I think that does like complicate ecosystems. And that's why some of these others have run into their apps. So like, is this part of a wider social connected ecosystem that maybe connects to Facebook or, right? What's your vision for social future, and where does Arena fit in that? And how are you guys leading on this and creating the new category, not just passively participating in the social media platform Meta, but with tokens?
Yep. The hard hitter. So I would have had a different answer to this question 2 years ago than what I do now. I think 2 years ago, I would have leaned more towards the decentralized social, you own your data, it's a more sort of level playing field, which is all true. Okay. But where I actually see things going is if you look at what Web 2 was, it was sort of, it's like a cliche now, but it was like the internet of information. That was the big unlock. Anyone was able to access information from anywhere in the world 24/7, 365. And it fundamentally changed everything.
Yeah.
Web 3 now is like the internet of like ownership or digital assets. That's the big unlock now. So
like
it's not
read,
just information.
Read, and then read, write, and then read, write, own.
Exactly.
So
it's not just consuming information, but now you have like a wallet attached to you with all of these assets that only you own, that can't be confiscated, that you could then transact with globally 365, 24/7. You could jump into a community with someone from Asia and like have e-commerce and an exchange of information all at once. So what are the trends we're seeing right now that are only growing? Well, that's honestly hyper financialization and hyper speculation 24/7, 365, whether that's prediction markets, whether that's crypto trading became so pervasive that now they're opening the stock market up 24/7, 365, right? People just want constant real-time ability to buy things or speculate on things. Meme coins is just, it's an attention economy. It's just betting on attention. So anyway, like where I'm kind of getting at this is my belief is that the social apps of the future, the social platforms, social media networks will have embedded, call it like financialized social or social-fi. You could keep it either way, but there will really be a hybrid of all of this as part of your social experience. So it's not just that you have a political view anymore. Like you put skin in the game, like you bet on that, like, and then that makes for such more meaningful conversations because
people will love it because we already identify with our politics. So everything's a personal attack. So let's add money on top of that.
Dude, if you had
at least maybe they'll quit fighting, right? Put your money where your mouth is and shut up. We'll see who's right.
And listen, I'm not like saying that like everything like should become a casino and it's just a free for all and everyone should just be distracted and irresponsibly speculating on things. But like this is where everything is headed towards a hyper financialized world with constant 24/7, 365 speculation or transfer of money. And this is the internet of ownership. So all of these these experiences will be intertwined. So who will have a leg up in this future? Well, I think it's going to be platforms that were crypto native from the start. And crypto won't have, it has a stigma right now, but this will be like the mode of exchange, the means of exchange, like for
Coinbase commercial, good or bad?
I've said this for years. I've said this for years. Right now, institutions and all the big players are getting in. Once they get in, get educated and all that stuff like that, they're going to start on getting crypto into their companies and holding crypto. Once they're all in, they're incentivized now to sell it to their customers. So the banks are going to start, you're going to start seeing ads and, banking ads holding crypto, and they're going to start advertising like it's a good thing. So that stigma will disappear because once everybody's in it and they got the sufficient amount of bags, now they have to sell it to you because they want to pump their bags, right? So that's what's going to happen. You're seeing BlackRock get in. You're seeing all these institutions get in. They're the leaders in that space, and then everybody else will follow suit because they're the biggest players, right? When BlackRock gets into something, everybody listens, right? Yep. And right now,
biggest asset manager in the world, yeah,
absolutely. And we just need like that clarity bill. Like you need certain companies need certain things. Like some companies can't even look at something unless it has like $1 billion or $1 trillion market cap. Right. So you have to get to a certain point. And especially, like I said, the market maturity before people or certain companies can get in. They like their financial advisors won't even let them get into it. And I think we're getting to that point once we get the green light from the government with the Clarity Act and all that. I think that gives a green light and like, the structure and how to invest in crypto. And, so all these investors are not investors, all these institutions understand the risks. And again, what's the next step? They sell to us, the normies. Well, not us. We're not the normies, but the normies.
Completely. I mean,
I'm not here for that feature. I just want them to stay out. I don't know. Avalanche is the institutional chain, and I think, Mike, you're right. Like we're at the point where we're going to start seeing these narratives play out, and I think to sum this space up, like, Jason, you've been one of the builders that has taken on challenges and rescued dying communities at the risk of personal, FUD and judgment and people telling you can't do it. And is this a good, and like, you're out here like ninth round getting ready for another, and you're just coming out swinging, and we need to support more builders like this. Like, I'm back to my trigger, I guess, from the beginning, but I'm going to be calling FUD out on the timeline about this stuff. Like, go fucking build, go build something, right? If I can vibe code an app, you can. So go do something and then come criticize what other people are doing, because it is, if you've ever worked for a larger scaling Web3 company and business that, like, these are large staffs and large payrolls and like lots of just unknowns, and if you care about this industry, you're supporting with positive and constructive criticism, not just baseless, stupid FUD that's like, I'm mad that I bought the top and now I'm going to ruin it for everyone else. Justin, the photographer, I'm not talking about you. I am
coping on the timeline.
I'm clipping that for him. I've been a little, because he's funny, right? I mean, and some of it's funny, and that's the AVAX culture, and that's okay. But I think there's a line, right, where like we are almost making, like, come on, it's time to mature. There is so much good news within the ecosystem. We have cool partnerships coming up. I'm excited to be, I can't say much, but getting more involved in the arena and getting more involved with AVAX again. It is an amazing ecosystem that they took care of me, like they've been great partners, and there's good and bad about every ecosystem, but it doesn't matter. That's where we planted our flag. That's where we're building, and we all need to support each other and not tear each other down, or we're going to end up like the Solanas and the Abstracts and everybody just, internally. And I guess maybe we're there, but I'm going to be policing that much more heavily now on the timeline. So get ready for my FUD.
Watch out.
I'll fudge your FUD. So Jason, what final thoughts? What are you most excited about in the next couple of weeks? I know probably there's limited what you can share, but what do holders have to be excited about? And like, set some realistic expectations. Everyone's always like, price is the last thing to go up. Yeah, that's typically how it works when the whole market's going down, especially, right? Like, what are some reasonable expectations to think like this stuff takes a little time to translate into token go up? We're not, like Mike was saying earlier, in that speculative environment where every little news story moves the price 20%. That's not the reality. So when do you see this stuff start picking up?
Yeah, we're actually in a super like inefficient part of the market right now where everything just goes down with each other. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I just got a call. What I mean by that is like, a lot of these tokens are paired with like L1 tokens that when they go down, the token goes down as well, regardless of the progress of the project or the company. So it's like one of those parts of the market right now. But I think like I made it clear from day one that we're focused on value accruing to the network and to the token. And like, it's pretty obvious now how that can happen now that we're like generating revenue again, more substantially, I should say. But it does take time, right? So like we're just rolling out features now that need to be built out. We got partnerships coming, and I'm very excited I think perps was a big unlock for us because actually a user said this, a community member said this, and he said it very well. With perps, it could finally be like PvE because a lot of the other elements were getting pretty PvP. It's like when a coin launches on Arena, I know during like Arena season V1, everything was going up, but now it's kind of PvP. It's like the people who get in early. You could say this about every meme coin, but it's especially right now. Like you get in early and get a large percentage of the supply, you're just selling on everyone else. But with something like perps, it's like you're trading like the most liquid markets in the world, right? And you can all win together. Like it's not like you selling Bitcoin's gonna like dump on someone,
We're
right?
gonna do pumping up spaces. I'm bringing 2021 vibes back for sure.
Do well on your own, right? Like that's the good part about it. I do love that analogy of the PvE because you can go ahead and do your own thing. You're not gonna get, you're not going to be exit liquidity for somebody because it's honestly, it's trading is based on your own skill. The better you are trading, the more money you're going to make. As simple as that.
Yeah.
That is a fair
statement. So I'm super excited about that. And you guys both said it extremely well. I'm very excited about seeing how the AI kind of plays out because regardless of whether you believe in it or not, this is kind of where the things are headed. So what I tell people is like, it's not like we were going to prevent agents from entering the arena, but they're going to soon flood everything, but you could develop a proper framework for it and get ahead of the curve. Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. There's a couple of redacted things I can't mention that are coming. And yeah, listen, like I wouldn't expect, like, it's not like the whole market's going to go down and like Arena is just going to shoot up out of nowhere. Like it's all correlated, right? Mm-hmm. With that said, we have things now where we could add more fundamental value back. And I think as a whole, like great time to build, really, really rough time to be in the market as like a speculator or a trader at this moment. So
we'll be back though. We always are, these are the times where we have the best conversation. When it's so busy and everything's going a million miles a minute, you don't have time to slow down and really think about what you're building and if you're making the right decision. So this kind of period of reflection and pivots for everybody, we're going through that at BDEX too. It's important stuff. So amazing chat today, Jason. We're going to have you back again. I know we have some fun things coming up that, we'll be working on in the future. So maybe we'll do a repeat show with a couple guests in a couple weeks and talk about what's going on there. But thank you so much for coming on. We'll let you scoot. And then I think Mike is going to do, maybe he has a goodbye to you also. And then I don't know if we're doing charts tonight, but
I was just going to say, let people know where, like we're talking about people's opinions and, of what to do. Where can the community go? And if they have an idea for the arena, like where can they go and talk about it and maybe have their voice? I know you guys have a Discord. So where's the best to get your opinion out there if you're part of the arena community, a feature you want to see added or an idea that you have?
Yeah. So you can, if you're not familiar with the arena.social, and you could log on with any of your social logins, you could find us on X at the arena, just to give you guys, and then we have a link tree with all of our links there. And then in terms of like, once you're in the arena, we have a super helpful community. You guys could probably attest to that. And yeah, it's very easy to get in touch with the team if you have any issues, or like the community members will, help guide you along the way. Yeah.
And that's one of the things you mentioned, the cult following, that I am bullish on, because I haven't seen such a core community stick through so many, like Super Yetis. We did that in the NFT days because we were like delusional that NFTs were coming back. But this is a different situation. It's like there's a core tech being built here and they recognize the long-term value and they're acting accordingly. So that's why I'm in.
they all feel that they're early towards, early on the ride to something much bigger. So
meaningful. Yeah. Bill, I mean, how many years, I think we talked about this on another show, but how many years did it take for, Apple to start generating profit? Didn't you say it was like 10 or 15? Like
Amazon was like a decade.
Yeah, a long time, right? And we're in year 3 of the arena, year 2 of the arena, maybe year 1 with you there.
Just like a little over 2 years.
Literally just getting started. So like have a little faith, people, support these builders who are out there taking the brunt of it and trying to make, we've invested years in this space and they are the only things keeping us going. So shout out to the builders, shout out to Jason for coming on tonight. Shout out to the arena. The reason I thought that it wasn't streaming in there earlier is because we had so many viewers because you were on the show that I was like, oh, that must be last week's like total number. There's no way there's like 40 some people watching us right now. So this is our best show in the arena ever. Thank you for that. And Jason, we'll let you go. Mike's going to do some charting things, I think, and we will see you very soon in the arena.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Have a good night.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Do we want to look at the charts? Do we want to see the bloodbath that is the market? Like,
I don't know. I just wanted to give you the option. I don't know if I want to be depressed.
We're not gonna get in too heavily. I do stream tomorrow with J Chain, so we will be doing.
Yeah, good.
So we've rebranded. It's called instead of live trade warriors, it's actually called Trade Daddies because
Trade Daddies.
Because we're both girl dads and we stream when the girls. And you know what? My Shark Daddy thing is actually perfect now. I'm gonna keep that.
That actually is really perfect. I love that for you.
So I'm grinding. So now I just need to get a T-shirt like a Shark Daddy.
Yeah.
Vdex.
Dude, shout out one more time to Jason too. That man has been, busy as shit. Like we've taken a couple calls over the last couple weeks. I don't think they sleep. I'd say the same thing about Jose. Like you won't hear from him for hours and they'll be like, oh, they must have crashed out. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, I just finished coding this new like fucking freaking thing that I was locked in a room for 8 hours doing. And now I'm going to go do more work. Like these are the people literally holding this space together and giving us all something to believe in. So, support and good vibes goes a long way.
We have the easy part, guys. We use the platform and we have all these fucking opinions, but
we just get free money sometimes.
Like the shit, like I do not envy a developer or someone building this stuff because like I can like I'm not a coder, but like I know from VDEX, like you fix one thing and like 3 other things break.
They're all connected.
It's kind of like for me being a mechanic. You work on an old car, you fix a brake line, and then something else breaks. Now you're fixing that, and that breaks, and it's like a whole can. I used to have a boss at my old shop. He says like when cars like really old and rusty, he said don't even look at it for too long because it'll break. so it's kind of like one of those things, right? So I feel for all the builders out there. I couldn't even imagine like what you're going through and how hard it is. So like you said, cut them some slack because this market is ruthless. There is no backstops in crypto. There's nobody coming to save anybody when the market tanks like 60% in the fucking.
But Trump said we're gonna have the best quarter ever.
Inverse Trump.
Inverse Trump. So short everything.
All right, so let's break it down. I'm gonna go through. I've taught God, how many weeks have we been doing this? And I've shown you guys this for a while. So shout out to the people that have watched us from day one. I've been talking about this downtrend that we started and the potential head and shoulders for months now, and it happened. Some people, I'm not going to mention names, don't believe in head and shoulders, but hello.
Did I say that?
No, not you.
Okay, good. Thank God. It sounds like something I would say.
They know who they are.
They are. I'm guessing J Chains, but
I will not name names. So shoulder, head, shoulder, clear neckline break, and downtrend. Right now, head and shoulders on a small time frame may or may not play out, but on a big time frame like the daily, you're more than likely gonna have it be successful at playing out. So we did break down. My move down here when we break this neckline was honestly, you're not gonna like it. It was 59,000. Boom, hit it to the T. I don't make the rules, guys. I don't make the patterns. I learned TA, and this is what it is.
Patterns very clearly. It is shocking to me every time. I'm always like, Mike just does voodoo or astrology. It's the same freaking thing.
It's just hard to. I don't believe in coincidences, but like when you stare at the charts as much as I have, and some people do it for even longer, you just start to see these things that happen over and over and over, whether it's, however you believe it happens, it just happens. But like if it happens over and over and over, then you're more likely to see it happen again. And here we are. So
Pattern
unfortunately,
recognition, which is a very valuable human skill.
we're gonna see some more downside. I'm gonna go to the Coinbase BTC USD because the perp chart doesn't really show
I'm just snacking and watching the show at this point.
So I like to use this when I want to compare. So if you're using the perp chart, you're not going to get a full history. So go to like Bitcoin USD on Coinbase or something like an exchange that's been around for a long time. Because I want to look at the weekly and compare the trend last bull cycle, this cycle. Again, whether you believe in cycles or not. Again, it's here we are. So we have the weekly 200-day moving average. This historically has been your kind of line in the sand of like when we start a bull run and when a bull run is like, well we've already started the end of the bull run, like the bear market's here. So if we compare from 2021, 2022, we came down and we lost the weekly 200-day moving average, and we continued down until we find a bottom. But you pretty much got to the bottom right here. I was actually looking at this earlier today. So right here in June of 2022, we hit a bottom of like 17,000. And then our actual bottom for the market was around November of 2022, and that was 15,000. So we went down another 2,000. We went up and then we lost another 2,000. Pretty close to timing the bottom. So losing that 200-day moving average on the weekly is huge, and we tagged it. We tagged it on when we went down to 59,000.
Crazy. It seemed like we were doing so good, and then all of a sudden it's just like off the cliff.
It was fast. So usually when something goes down really fast, it goes up really fast. So, but again, if we lose this, we might consolidate now. So like maybe we take it, we consolidate, maybe we make patterns like I don't know, something like this. We can come up like this, and then
what's your prediction for Bitcoin price in 3 months range?
Lower. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so we made a wick to 59,000. I think we come back to it. Whether it takes a couple weeks, a month.
15 or 50?
59,000. No, I don't think we'll see at 15,000 ever again.
Do you think it'd be smart for me to short Bitcoin at like 3x leverage and just leave it open for a long time?
If you're gonna do that, I would do that in cross.
Okay.
That way there's no liquidation price because you'll get stopped out or liquidated. So if you have enough funds in your portfolio, you just leave it in cross.
Okay.
And then if you don't believe we're going to see like that price again, or you have a lot of wiggle room. If you know the trend is down, you're not going to see a new all-time high, then you won't get liquidated. You're just going to have to hold that for years. Mind you got to keep in mind your funding fees is going to go up all the time. So you got to make sure that your funding fees don't eat away at your profit. So this is kind of what I'm looking at now.
Involved in this, Mike.
There is. Again, it takes a long time to learn TA. It's not easy. To be honest, it's pretty difficult. I do it every day. That's why I'm here. I stare at the charts every day. Literally the first thing I do when I roll out of bed, I'm on the charts. I'm not kidding you.
First thing I do, crypto Twitter.
So what I have here is like, now that the bear market's here, I'm not really trading like the day-to-day, like the minute chart, the small time frame so much. I'm going to start and pivot and start trading the 1 hour, 4 hour. I'm going to start trading longer term trends and catch these big moves. So I'm trying to catch the next leg down. So I have Bitcoin in a rising wedge, and we've kind of fallen out of it. So I believe that we can, if this is going to break down again, the next leg down, that's
nice.
Back at 58,000. So that's 58,000. So that's coming back to that wick that I previously mentioned. So I could see us maybe coming up a little bit, or coming in this 200-day moving average on the 1 hour is kind of trending down right now. So we're trending down, and the price action can just like go sideways, touch the 200-day moving average. Either we break it or we get rejected. My money's on getting rejected, but again, I could be wrong.
Can you look at the hype chart for me? Because I do have a position open that I'm like 1,500 down on.
Hype? Sure. Give me 1 second.
Let
me just finish just BTC real quick here. So we did break down out of my pattern here. So I expect a move down. This is the 1 hour chart. This could take days. This could take a week or 2 weeks. But I do see us coming back down to 58,000. So we're clearly in a downtrend. It's still going down. We're dumping right now. We're at like 68,000. When we started the live stream, I believe we're at 69 something. So we're already down $1,000.
420.
Yeah. Hey. I had a couple buddies. I got some buy orders like just for fun at that price.
Yeah. Why not?
All right. Let's look at hype. So all in all, Bitcoin guys down. We're in a bear market. Like just don't fight the trend when you're a trader. I know we all want to be bullish.
It's so hard to not be a perma bull.
You can just flip the chart upside down. But don't fight the trend. Just go, follow the waves as they come. And right now we're in a downtrend until the end. All right. Hype USD. Let's look at Binance. Should be a good chart. I like to use Binance for most.
Hey, what's going on with Binance? They have they're having a run on withdrawals.
Happens every bear market.
Oh no, you don't think they're insolvent?
Well, God, if they weren't insolvent back in when FTX was crashing, I'd be very surprised if they were insolvent now. But
well, there's a lot of rumor. I don't know if you've been paying attention. There's a lot of rumors and like cease and desist letters being floating around the internet.
Noise.
All
Just
right.
noise, in my opinion.
Right, because it's recovered a little bit since then. But I think today they were on CNBC saying that Binance CZ was responsible for the 10/10 flash crash. It was some crap that they had.
CZ's not the CEO of Binance anymore. He doesn't really have anything like he does. Like I think maybe he's like an advisor, but like
he moves markets though.
Yeah, but like any huge influencer, like basically it's what he is now for Binance.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure he's got some partnerships, some advisor roles, but he's not the CEO. I don't know. Maybe he pulls the strings behind the curtains. We don't really know. I'm again all speculation. I don't know. I don't think they're insolvent. Maybe they are. For me, it doesn't matter. I don't keep my money on exchanges. So, and I would
power to the people.
That's so weird. Our arena stream just kind of went. It just says waiting for screen share. You know what? Let me see something. It says I'm streaming. Let me reset the streaming key. Reset streaming key. Hold on. I've never had that happen.
I just had some chart issues on a couple platforms today too.
No, the arena stream just cut out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're back.
Because it was an hour?
I had to reset the streaming key and it worked. Okay, so we're back. Sorry guys. Okay, hype. Let's take a look. But yeah, Binance I don't think is insolvent. Again, I don't know if you were there around 2021 when like there was a lot of worries that like all the crypto.com, Binance was insolvent, FTX obviously had to crash and they survived. So I think they make enough money on fees to fund what they're doing, but
should be fine.
I could be wrong. For anybody out there, do not have your money on exchanges.
Yeah.
I think that's why you're seeing that withdrawal happen right now. This mass withdrawals is people are just gonna like turtle up into their cold storage wallets until the next bull run, and that's normal behavior. So I wouldn't worry about that. That happens every bear cycle.
Yeah, agreed.
So let's look at hype on why does this chart look so weird on the 1 hour?
Did I tell you I'm going to eat Denver?
Yes. When is it? It's soon, no?
Next week. Yeah, I'm leaving like Wednesday to Sunday, and I need to get an adoption pod shirt before I go. I need VDEX shirts, adoption pod shirts. So I gotta call John Ray like tomorrow.
I was gonna make a hoodie. Now that we got our logo, I wanted to make a hoodie, but like the place where I go to make hoodies, they suck.
Dude, get them from John Ray, the guy who did all the Cock Media stuff.
Is he still around? The treasure guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm talking to him about an order right now.
Okay, you know what? Let's do that. See, we're doing this live. Let's see if we can get some adoption pod hoodies and merch where they have like an NFC chip on them, so you guys can collect digital and physical, and we can do some giveaways.
Amazing. We do need show merch.
Yeah, especially because I'm hitting consensus this year and the Bitcoin conference.
Yeah, so donate us money. Our show is very poor, and we do it largely for your entertainment.
If I had a small violin, I'd be playing it, but unfortunately.
No, we love the show.
Okay, so let's take a look at the overall trend on hype. We'll go for the daily. Oh, whoa, not the daily. This chart sucks on the daily. Wow. Let's go to the 4 hour. What is going on here with this chart?
I don't
Coin,
know. That doesn't
Coinbase
look
only
quite
has
right.
up from the beginning of February history. You know what? Hype's on VDEX, right? Let me look on VDEX.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's a little bit better, or a lot better, not a little bit better. Okay, so the 4 hour. Let's see where we're going. Again, we're in a downtrend. These wicks are really, really massive. That's crazy. I would ignore the wicks when they're like this crazy, and just put into something like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks so. If you guys have been watching my beginner trading tutorial video, you will see what a. Let me put this in a color you guys can see. Yellow.
Did you put one out this week on Monday?
No,
Okay.
I kind of finished. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next.
Okay. I want to make sure I didn't miss it.
I finished like a lot of the beginner trading patterns. So I think I'm gonna do my next video sometime this week. I'll put out. It's gonna be like a mindset video, trader mindset.
Nice.
And then I don't know. I'm thinking about like putting together like a course or something. So I don't know. I'm playing with ideas, but I do want to. Again, it's not going to just be trading. Like I'm gonna like my whole platform is to show people how to make real wealth, and like this is the time to like show people how to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna get into that kind of stuff. I'm just not sure how I want to attack that yet. But keep your eye out. I will be putting videos out.
Keep showing up and keep trying stuff. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put some videos where like I literally just sit down and talk with the camera, just get my thoughts out. I used to do that, like pace around my basement and like put my thoughts out. Just live, raw, no editing, none of that.
That's a vibe.
Like, yeah, so I'm gonna do that because like it's time to get serious, to sit down and have a serious talk with everybody, because like I really want everybody to do well. And if you're not like locked in right now and like getting your shit together, you're not going to make it. And I really want you to. So if you want to make it and come out ahead in the next couple of years, there's certain things you got to do, and I want to show you how to do it. Hype 4 hour descending triangle, those break down to the downside. You take the measure from the top of the triangle down, and you're looking at hype going down to $18. Now it's gonna fill in this pattern. So depending on like, we're at the bottom of the pattern right now, and we're also touching the 4 hour 200-day moving average with low stochastics and low RSI. So I can see it pump up to the top of the channel again.
Okay, nice.
Okay. So that's on the 4 hour. Yeah. So I'll look at the so the 1 hour still shows me a little bit more down before we reset on the stochastic. 15 minute again, 15 minutes showing me that the down as well. The 1 minute again, I wouldn't worry about the 1 minute right now. So yeah, maybe a little bit more down or sideways for those other time frames to reset, and then the 4 hour will start to play out. So yeah, so we could have a bounce to the top of the channel or even to the middle of the channel. It doesn't have to go to the top, but you know, back up to $32 potentially if we fill this in. But I'm like, keep your eye out right now, because we could just break down, right?
Yeah,
if we lose this support line, because we have multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, 4 now touches on this bottom line. So that's the more you knock on a support line, the more likely you are to break through. And same thing with resistance. The more times you knock on resistance, you're more likely to break through.
Yeah.
So we're more likely to break down, especially again, Bitcoin is in a downtrend, so hype is going to follow too. And this might play out when that 1 hour pattern I showed you on Bitcoin, this might play out around the same time. So if Bitcoin breaks down, this will break down, and this will actually break down to the bottom downside, because this is a bearish pattern. So look for hype. Just watch hype here. I wouldn't get in. If I was to get in on the break, for example, to the downside, I would get in like this. It would come down. It would kind of retest this again, or make some sort of like bounce back up, and then I would get in on the bounce, short it, stop loss here, and then write it down.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's what I would do. Hype.
Guess I'm losing this trade, but
Bitcoin is your like. if you're not trading Bitcoin, it doesn't matter, but look at the chart for Bitcoin, because you have to understand if you're going to be in an altcoin trade, if Bitcoin's going to go a certain direction,
all on its own though. It's got its own fundamentals.
I know, but at this point in the market, Bitcoin is always the leader, and altcoins are not.
Back in one trade, Mike.
You can do it. Just short it.
All right, well let's wrap it up for tonight. I clearly need to eat some food. I'm like eating crumbs of my goldfish out of this bowl because I'm so hungry and I haven't had dinner yet. So before I embarrass myself further on stream, and no further ado, it's been a lovely evening. It was nice having Jason on. We've had some amazing guests the last couple weeks.
It has been great. And everybody in the chat, thanks for chatting. It's been lively, man. The chat has been great. So shout out to everybody that showed up today.
Popular, man.
And we'll see you next week for episode 30.
What?
Yo, we're doing it, man.
Vibe coding or something.
Actually, I'm really interested in vibe coding. This is going to be like, if you guys want to see me like absolutely fucking butcher but vibe coding, maybe make sure you guys show up to it. Because I've never done it.
And I'll just Monday morning quarterback you as the expert. I will walk you through how to set it up.
I love this. Okay. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for coming by, and we'll see you in the next episode next week.
Turn it up one more time. You already know what it is. Yeah. Yo, we back at the end. Yeah, that's wild. And the episode down, added to the file. From the stories to the laughs to the real talk too. You pulled up, press play, let us ride with you. Woo. Crypto convos, guests from everywhere. Big ideas, real voices in the air. If you made it this far, then you already know. We're building for the future, watch adoption grow. Let's go! This is Adoption Pod. Yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. Thank you. Hit play, hit like, hit share. Click, click. We'll be right back, right there. Adoption Pod. Yeah, we love this squad. We do. To the next low drop. Next one. Keep the fam love running non-stop. Adoption Pod. Shout out the parents, the kids, the crew, the ones in the system. Yeah, we see you too. Every voice, every journey, every I got through. You the reason that we do what we do. From the first time listeners to the day one strong. If you learn one thing, then we did our job. Mass adoption, one combo at a time. Tapping next week, yeah, you know the vibe. This is Adoption Pod. Yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hit play, hit like, hit share. Don't forget, we'll be right back, right there. Adoption Pod. Let's go. Yeah, we love this squad. Family to the next low drops. Keep the fam love running non-stop. From your couch, from your car, late night scroll. If you laughed, if you learned, and we hit that goal. Drop a comment, a story that you wanna explore. We'll be back next week with a